thing he dearly misses.
Just being under one roof with the people that love you.
Stephen's only prior crime before July 2010, littering. That's what he wants teens to understand, even if you've never been in trouble before. Acting recklessly just once because you're angry, making that one bad choice can land you here.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's D-Gon MIA back again with another video. And as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about how society basically failed us and they misguided us, bro. And as you can tell by the clip I just played, a lot of those things that society wants to trick us with, wants us to think that's cool or whatever, wants us to live by that code, has major consequences now. Got major consequences. But I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a couple things. We're gonna go ahead and break it down for y'all real quick. A couple of things that has society, or narratives, I should say, propagandas that was built by society, by the people that control it and by the people that live in it. And we've been pushed on this propaganda to live this way, which is not, this way of living has no type of beneficiary practices. Nothing that's beneficiary from this, bro. So yeah, I'm going to get straight into it, bro. Now, as you know, man, if you just look around on social media or even just around the world, man, you can see a lot of people, they crave money, clothes, cars, women, stuff like that, right? I feel like society has pushed that narrative on us to crave those things. Those is what's going to make us cool to everybody. That's what's going to make us attractive. That's what's going to make us get that girl. That's going to make us make our souls happy, ourselves happy. We think that's going to make us happy. You know what I'm saying? The jewelry, the clothes, stuff like that. And especially for in the community that just didn't have them things growing up, because we see it on YouTube online. You know what I'm saying? We got rappers pulling out gold chains and they flashing money. They got the strippers with the bikinis on in the videos and stuff like that. We like, dang, man, we need to live that life. And of course, they're gonna talk about the three main things when it comes to that type of music. As y'all know, is sex, money, drugs. And they're gonna include all of that. So they're like, dang, man, I should follow that path. I should follow that way. That's how a lot of people get misled, bro. Following the things of the world, thinking that's gonna fulfill them. That's number one. So society has definitely pushed the narrative of worldly things and thinking that's actually gonna fulfill us. But the only true thing that can fulfill you, the only true thing that can fulfill you in this world is God, man. That's the only thing that can fulfill you, bro. Nothing of this world can fulfill you. That's why when the term selling your soul, it don't mean you literally take your soul out your body and sell your soul, bro. The term selling your soul means you selling your soul for the world. You selling your soul for money. You selling your soul for worldly possessions. You selling your soul for that. You're giving up your faith to get this, whatever this prize is, this temporary prize. You're gonna sell your soul for that. You're gonna get what you want, but at what cost? Then number two, man, is having multiple women and friends that bring no value. We've been pushed, like I said, we've been pushed for this type of narratives now. But another one that's heavily propaganda is having multiple women and having multiple friends. All right, having multiple women brings you nothing. We've seen how a lot of people chose that route and how they ended. AIDS, a lot of baby moms, a lot of kids that don't, a lot of bad relationship with their kids, and overall destruction in their life. So we seen how that route, or we already seen how that route went, man. So definitely don't try thinking having multiple females, or in women's cases, multiple males is cool, bro. All you just leading is something looking for that for fulfillment, but that's not gonna ever fulfill you. That's never gonna change what you got going on inside. Are you trying to be with somebody else that brings you no value for real? And then also too, man, having a lot of friends. If you have a lot of friends when ain't got no value, there's no point of you having them friends. I'd rather have $1 over 100 pennies. That's real talk. What's the point of having a bunch of unvaluable friends? A lot of times when you have unvaluable friends, they will do some snaky things by your name, on your name, and then they'll be buddy with you the next day. That's misleading you. So having multiple friends and having multiple relationships is not a good thing. It just leads to inner destructiveness and outer destructiveness. You know what I'm saying? it's distracting you from what you really got, what you really want inside. So that's number two, having multiple women, or like I say, in a woman's case, having multiple relationships, and having a bunch of friends, meaningless relationships. Number three is not using your brain for simple tasks. Now, I'm gonna elaborate what I mean by on this one. Now, we know we in a change right now of AI, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Technology taking over. And we have this narrative to refuse to use our brain for simple tasks, but we will rely and depend on something that's external, like AI, stuff like that, for just simple tasks, bro. To me, we think that's cool just to cheat on every single assignment. We think that's cool to not do our work in school. We think that stuff is cool just to, you know what I'm saying, not use our brain. We think we have a society to push a narrative to think using your brain is corny. You trying to develop your mind is corny. You trying to read a book is corny. Stuff like what? I say, bro, people will call you weird for reading a book, but will call you normal for having 11 hours of screen time. That's just how it is, bro. That's just the narrative that was pushed on society, bro. So I think, bro, just using your brain for simple tasks, I feel like that's a propaganda that was also pushed on us, man. You know, you feel like nothing's wrong with you using your brain, but you're supposed to use this brain. You're supposed to develop your brain, bro. So when it comes to simple tasks, bro, use your mind. Think it out. We were meant how you grow your brain is problem solving. You understanding how to, if you got an equation or a situation in front of you, you know what I'm saying? Use your brain to solve a situation. That's how your brain grows. By you thinking through it, you getting what goes wrong, what works and what doesn't work, and you work through that. That's how you get your brain developed, bro. That's how you get your, I guess I say IQ in a way. That's how you develop the cognitive part of your brain, your logic. You know what I'm saying? So using your brain for simple tasks, bro, that's been a propaganda that's been pushed to not use your brain for simple tasks. That's been a propaganda that's been pushed. Feel me? Number 5 is that another propaganda that's also been pushed is that all women/men cheat. Listen, just because you got your heart broken a couple times does not mean every single relationship, or that does not mean every single person of that gender cheats. No, that's just not how it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been through it, bro. Feel me? I had a couple girls, shorties cheat on me, man. You feel me? But that has not changed my perspective because there's so many other women. There's so many other women out there in the world. Feel me? And I can say about every time something bad has happened in a relationship, I know I did something wrong too. So I always take accountability too when you do get cheated on, something bad do happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Take accountability for that. But just because you have a narrative on certain people does not mean you should have that narrative for everybody. There's a theory, it's a psychology theory. It's like, I forgot what the name of it was, but it's like, okay, I had this experience, so therefore I think this experience is everything. No, you need to go out here and try new types of people and see what you doing wrong. I mean, they red flags off the bat, and if it doesn't align to who you are, don't cut it off before it even starts. See, that'd be our problem. We see certain things and we'll ignore it, and then when them things come back up, we're gonna play victim. We want to act all bad and stuff. Like, you seen that coming from the beginning. You feel me? But having that narrative of that all women and all men cheat. Like, bro, there's 8 billion people in the world. There's 8 billion people in the world, bro. Just because you messed with 5 shorties and they all cheated on you, yeah, it's kind of like, it can hurt. It can suck for sure. And I don't mean the other 8 billion gonna do you the worst. Don't do you just like that, bro. So I don't have that narrative that all women or all men cheat, bro. That's just not a good narrative to have. That's just something that's been pushed, especially through social media. You know what I'm saying? But be safe out here, though, for sure. Still stay safe out here, bro. But yeah, man. And then number 6 is reality is physical. Now, that's another propaganda that's been pushed. Reality is just physical. It's just this wall, this painting, this poster, this mic, this journal. Feel me? No. Reality is very much quantum. Very, very much. And if you don't believe me, then you just don't believe me. If you don't believe me, man, try meditating for an hour and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some like frequency music. You'll see what I'm talking about. But man, reality is not just physical, what you see of it. Reality is very much energy. Everything is energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Everything is quantum. You know what I'm saying? Frequencies is going around in the air. Everything that you think is a frequency that eventually comes out. Because your reality, your external, your physical comes from your internal, which is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Or mental. I can't even get, I'm not going to get too much in that. We could, but nah. I'm still learning that myself. But not everything around you is just about physical. Not everything around you is just about action. You got to really see it in your mind, have it in your mind first, and then take the steps to get that. You know what I'm saying? Your frequency is determined by your mental state. And your mental state is determined. Well, your frequency is determined by your self-concept, who you see yourself as, and then your spiritual state, I should say. Who are you spiritually? What are you doing to help yourself? Things like that, bro. So reality is not just a physical game. Keep that in mind when you want to approach something in life. But man, overall, bro, society just lied to us about. Also, another propaganda that's also being pushed is having a passion, or having a passion is corny, bro. Or you wanting to do something that you truly love is corny. Like, people probably clown on people for making videos or something like that, or wanting to be in the NFL, or you want to be a model, or you wanting to be a writer, something like that, bro. Versus if I were to be like, oh, I want to be a rapper, I want to be a trapper, I want to be a Instagram, I want to be a stripper, stuff like that. You know, you would get accepted by society. I want to be a 9-to-5 worker for the rest of my life. You're gonna be accepted by society. But if you want to step out the box, do something that actually that aligns with you, with yourself, with your passion, people gonna look at you like you crazy. Nah, I think you shouldn't do that. I think you should just go to school, do this, follow this route, bro, and you'll be safe. If people rather be safe than be successful, they don't want to take that risk. I understand. It's scary, bro. But you don't want to take that risk. So I feel like that's also another propaganda that's been pushed out of fear and just jealousy, man. Fear and jealousy. I want people, when people want to judge you for you wanting to live a certain way, or you wanting to have something set up for yourself. You wanting to follow the dreams that you wanted since you was a kid, since you wanted deep down in the depths of your soul. You feel me? So that's another propaganda that's been pushed, bro. Is people not accepting certain people that want to do what they want to do. But man, that's what I got for you all today. You got the 6 things society just lied to us about, bro. Number 1, like I said, chasing worldly desires, thinking things from the world gonna satisfy you, bro. Number 2, having multiple women and friends with no value. There's no reason for that. Number 3, not using your brain for simple tasks. Number 4, not having your own passions but following what everybody else want to do. Number 5, all women cheat, or all women or men cheat. And 6, reality is just a physical game, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed today's message today, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Help a youngin' grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all knowledge, but just help a youngin' grow, man. We're gonna get there though, bro. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay up.